Here we are, folks. Kayla.
Kayla.
In the green room. I've got a special slideshow for you later, so stick around for that. It's on the tail end of the green room. Special presentation. Pretty happy with it, though. Need more to add to it, but I think it was worth the time I spent on it.
At work.
Everywhere. I never stop. Constant creator. Got a huge chunk of Halloween commercials lined up. I'm pretty sure I haven't seen... I try not to watch them recreationally too much, so I don't have stale content. I don't want to be seeing the same stuff over and over again and then having to watch it. It's different for interrogations, but commercials, I need to be fresh. When it comes to Halloween, you gotta keep it as fresh as possible. So those pumpkins go bad fast. Alright.
I like your intro. I like the thing you made.
Yeah, I thought that was pretty slick.
It's cute.
I basically ripped off a CBS special. I mean, because there were, like, if you look up TV special presentation, that's the one you get.
Yes. Yeah.
So I just, my favorite part is the blinking cursive of the starting soon. Because I love tacky shit. And some people would say the neon is tacky.
Oh, no, I like it.
Oh, I do too. The tackier the better.
Kale says, so crazy thought. With Twitch's different rules, can you do a Garfield Halloween watch party?
I'm curious as to if I could. Because, like, the thing is, it's on YouTube right now, and it didn't get taken down. Like, it's still on a playlist that I watch all the time. So it's not like, I don't know. We'll have to try some stuff. Anyway, let me get you keyed into this slideshow that I got going on. So my most favorite images. Yeah, the wonder of AI, and you can pump out. I know I sing its praises a lot, but it's pretty great. What's up?
Oh, there, finally.
Yeah, it takes a while.
Well, when I was listening to make sure that the sound was fine, the lag wasn't that behind, and
nothing is perfect in this modern age. I'm looking forward to this though, man. Halloween every year I look forward to. I don't have as many specials to watch though. Back when there was actual TV that I was, forced to watch at a certain time, I'd always say The Simpsons. Roseanne was a big one. Home Improvement had a bunch of great Halloween episodes.
Yeah, they were good. Wilson was always like the star of.
Yeah. Who else did a bunch of? Everybody on TGIF. Full House, Family Matters, Step by Step. If anybody remembers that with a Code Man. How long do you think the stream is going to go for? Probably an hour and a half, 2 hours, Joe. I have no idea. I can't see the future.
At first, the dino head with the bow I thought was Jar Jar Binks. I'm watching on a very tiny screen, says Kayla.
That's my Tyrannosaurid from the Olden Mills photo factory in the mall. I'm really proud of my Pizza Planet poster.
The Roseanne Halloween specials are fantastic.
Oh my god, yeah. Roseanne was one of there were very few that took Halloween seriously. Home Improvement took it very seriously, as did Roseanne. And I wasn't a huge Roseanne fan, but I cherished the Roseanne Halloween specials. It was crazy. All right, see you then, Joe.
We still have to figure out what we're gonna be for Halloween.
We'll throw something together. I'm kind of, well, I don't want to spoil it, so I'm not going to talk about it.
Last year's was my favorite, I think, that we've done.
All right, well, let's get this show on the road.
You're listening to FFOP Radio.
Reach the
Hey everybody, and welcome to the show. My name is Dave, as you know, and this is an FFOP live thing. We're going to be having a little party, a commercial party, a 90s commercial party, a Halloween 90s commercial watch party, guys. So, you know how we like to do it. So I've got a big old, it's an hour and a half worth of commercials. So we'll probably get through 40 minutes of it over the course of this evening's show. But yeah, there's so many things that I can go and do about Halloween because I love it so much, and I cannot wait until Elliot is old enough to like go and do stuff. Because like the more chances to dress up in a costume and beg for candy, I feel like the better.
That's true.
Anyway, enough about that. Who's hoping for what? I know we're not going to see my beloved Juicy Fruit commercial because like fate hates me.
Watch, it's gonna be the first one.
Well, no, because this is all Halloween. It's the ultimate Halloween nostalgia video, so that's what we're dealing with. So we're not gonna have that, but we're definitely gonna have a lot of cookies. I'm betting a lot of you know who did Halloween upright for a brief period in the 90s? The NFL.
Really?
Yes, they would have their players in like really cool costumes. They were tied in with, I think, the Coke products, but I love that part of it too. It seemed like Halloween was taken more seriously back then, or more sincerely, because I feel like when I was a kid it was everywhere, even the adults. It's gonna move you. So here we go. Let's buckle up for a wild ride.
Halloween's a perfect time for baking spooky cookies. Just roll out Pillsbury sugar cookies.
Oh, yeah.
Bake and decorate, then feed them to your goblins. So much fun there.
Scary.
Be real with yourselves. You, at some point, when they introduced cookie dough in a tube, you bought one and ate it. I have probably several dozen under my belt.
My big friend, I love the big taste of chocolate in this little Hershey's kiss.
And he put his fingers in his mouth. Gross.
Hershey's Kisses, the little kiss with the big taste. 1, 2,
It's just so low res, it's
3,
hilarious.
4, 5, 6.
Was this the first one?
8, 9, 10, 11.
Yep, it is.
12.
So this is the first Friday the 13th. Sans Jason.
Friday the 13th. You may only see it once, but that will be enough.
It's
Friday the
incredibly
13th.
padded because it was
Rated
insanely
R.
low budget.
Yeah.
Starts Friday at Man's Westwood and Man's Hollywood.
I want to see the Tootsie Pop commercial with the owl. Would that be in the Halloween one? I mean, it's candy.
They did have a Halloween version because I remember the turtle dressing up as a ghost, but we'll see. Oh, look at that shit. I had that.
Ghosts, fruit flavored oats, Ghostbusters with milk and juice and toast. A complete breakfast with the ghosts.
With milk and juice and toast.
What an insane amount of food, number one. And number two, like, what the fuck? Like, who's going to have, whatever. Like, who's going to have time, number one. But number two was a tangent. The Real Ghostbusters was one of my favorite shows. And one of my favorite episodes is almost exclusively Slimer. And I know, like, the more he shows up, the more people hated it. I found him charming.
It's glowing. It's the Real Ghostbusters cereal.
The first cereal box that glows in the dark with 4 glow-in-the-dark
First
Ghostbuster
ever.
trading cards.
Oh, man.
Gotta have it.
Kayla said she saw the Tootsie Pop
first
commercial
cereal
on
box
Real
that
TV
glows
the
in
other
the
day.
dark.
Oh, totally. It's still out there.
I feel like the commercials are super loud.
Whoa! Is that... Oh, God, what's his name? Not Joey Buttafuoco. Whoa, Miller Lite zombies. Joe Piscopo, that's his name.
Halloween. Reach for the less filling beer that tastes great, Miller Lite.
He was in a movie about zombies where he becomes a zombie and he's opposite of God dang, what's his name? Trick Treat Nielsen?
Trick or Treat Nielsen.
Trick or Treat Nielsen. It's crazy. If
Caleb
any of
might
that
know.
is true. What's the state of prizes in cereal boxes these days? Anything?
The holodeck comic on Next Generation.
Oh.
I hate this part.
What the fuck is this?
Monsterizer back at Taco Bell. Get them while they're fresh. Just 99 cents with the purchase of a combo meal.
How many of those did you buy? We had all of them. We had all those straws, and they last for years. We had those straws in our shelves, or our drawer rather, decades, I feel, and all of those Monster Eyeballs. But here's the problem that they eventually found out why they sucked is like the liquid eventually dries up and you get that bubble in there. And if you're a perfectionist like me and that bubble develops, it's dead to you. Realize don't have bubbles in them. So I moved through them like crazy.
I never got all these commercials are so loud. I never got the collectible things from fast food restaurants. We never went to them.
Oh, I guess, yeah. If
every once in a while we'd go, but it was never worth. I never did.
Video games are my blind spot, so I can see where that would come into play for other people. But yeah, I loved to get in there and collect all the crap that Burger King or McDonald's or Taco Bell, any of them had to offer. Like when the Batman stuff was happening, we were in Taco Bell all the time. Dear God.
I hated when they did the teeny Beanie Babies because I used to collect the regular size Beanie Babies and I thought the little ones were like a ripoff and totally stupid.
Total ripoff.
Kayla says, gotta love that Trick or Treat Nielsen, a beloved celebrity from the Middle North.
Yeah, Middle North, Trick or Treat Nielsen. Hey, from Middle North? Look at the production value of these commercials. Like, holy crap.
Still going. Nothing
Still
outlasts
going.
the Energizer battery. It keeps going.
And what a running gag, too. That's the thing. Like, when I watch these now, it becomes more and more apparent to me that these are like works of art, especially when most of the ads you get today are either still images or, by and large, 15 seconds or less. So to see these commercials that have like, that took a studio and like a makeup artist, and like that was a big production. You know, humbling.
Right.
A terrifying new movie.
Oh, here comes Chucky.
I have never screamed so loud in my entire life.
Tell me better.
Oh my God.
Whoa.
He kept saying it was only a movie. You watched the whole movie like this.
Child's Play.
Just when you thought you were safe, boom.
Rated R. Starts Wednesday, November 9th at a theater near you.
I wonder why they don't interview people outside of movies anymore. Probably because they would swear a bunch.
Yes.
But
And
like,
probably because there's not a lot of people that are going to movies.
Because I saw that a lot growing up too. That was a phenomena of my childhood. I wonder where that went. Because imagine seeing like an ad for whatever the new Jurassic World thing is, and getting actual opinions from people. Like, you'd have to be super confident in your movie. Because I imagine that's probably why it never happens anymore. Because like it's a mediocre ride through whateversville. And so when the microphone comes to the face of the Middle American, it goes, hey, you know, not bad. Not bad. I give it a solid 3 out of 5.
Kale says maybe we'll see the Ray-Ban sunglasses commercial while the vampire is sitting out sunrise.
Oh God, I hope so. Soft drinks had great commercials for this time of year. Doritos, I think, has good ones. Why is Frankenstein frozen? It's a hell of a pen.
Dear Dick, You're probably not going to believe this.
Still only 19 cents. When is that commercial from? Ooh, here we go. He's always following his nose into problems.
It always knows the flavor of fruit. Wherever it grows.
Ah, Kellogg's Fruit Loop cereal. Real fruit flavors, orange, lemon, and cherry. Make Kellogg's Fruit Loops part of your complete breakfast.
I love
with milk, juice, and toast.
Fruit Loops.
So look for
So
Kellogg's
much.
Fruit Loops. Follow your nose.
I would eat them now. Still.
Fruit flavored cereals really get a pass because it's just one flavor and they just change the colors. I get, but like the fact that I don't know, I would have arguments with kids about whether they tasted different or not, and I was often in the minority when I was like, they all taste the same.
I think they all taste the same.
Yeah, I lost many an argument with a classmate and or a sibling because I was like, this is bullshit. It's conspiracy, and no one believed me. And now who's right?
I think Trix tasted different.
No, don't start this. Don't be a splinter group.
No, I did because they were different. But Fruit Loops and Fruity Pebbles, all those tasted the same. Kicks, I liked Kicks too. Kayla says, I always assumed interviews at the theaters just happened at sneak previews. Oh, maybe. Do they even do those anymore?
Yeah, they totally. They like everything is audience tested to an insane degree. I never played this. I wonder if they still do that. This is terrible.
Yeah, this commercial sounds like crap.
It's strange how no one thought to preserve these advertisements for the future.
I'm surprised Hallmark is still around.
As long as there's old people buying schmaltzy shit. Oh, man!
Mommy,
This is gonna be good.
It'll be great.
Does your daddy have a recipe?
Ooh. McDonald's also used to do it to the nines. They were like a movie in themselves when they were all the puppets. That don't happen anymore either. Like when it was Ronald and the Grimace and all the Fry Guys and the McNuggets and sometimes the pancakes if it were for the breakfast commercials. That took some choreographing and stuff. Like still to this day, when I see it every so often when I'm looking at old stuff like this, I go, whoa. The level of commitment to just like, hey, buy some pancakes, fatty. Like it was incredible.
Halloween. So confusing. You throw a big party. Oh, hello. So glad you could come.
Then someone
Everybody
clogs your
shows
toilet.
up,
Am I
dressed
right?
like somebody else. Who are you supposed to be? So, I always say the same thing to everybody. Have a Zima.
Oh, God.
Happy Halloween.
Have a Zima.
Zima is a unique alcohol beverage. Not like beer. Hey, Bob, are you 21? Not wine. No. So keep a fridge full of Zima for all your spooks and spirits. Unzip, and they will howl.
I'm confused because the whole monologue was about like not like what, and it's like, oh, you know what? Forget about that. Just offer everybody a Zima.
Yeah.
What was the point of the first part? Great movie. Everybody knows the.
22 years later.
Oh God, is this the three?
Coming home.
The three-peat? Oh, it's only the second one.
It's starting again. Rated R. Starts Friday at a theater near you.
Anthony Perkins, underrated actor.
As Halloween approaches, you have to prepare yourself for what might happen.
Whoa! He's making the donuts.
It's a special time of year, and Dunkin' Donuts is dressing up their donuts for the occasion. And here's the werewolf.
Like, am I so out of touch? I feel like this literally doesn't happen anymore to this degree. Like, every business celebrated Halloween in some way.
Oh.
And why not? Like, it's one of the only secular holidays that, like, no one can necessarily boycott unless you're one of those weird ultra-Christians. Like, it has no basic religious affiliation. You're just running around in a costume and or getting candy. So it's like something everyone can enjoy. And I feel like it's fallen off.
Yeah. I don't know why.
But who knows? Everything comes in waves, so I hope I get to see a huge cresting of it within my lifetime.
Kayla was at the grocery store and saw this skeleton alien in a grocery cart, and she thought it would fit the fit the theme of the show tonight.
Yeah, I like him.
Boo! Let me finish. Blueberry. My ghostly good blueberry flavored cereal, Blueberry, is part of this complete breakfast. Frankenberry's got strawberry flavored marshmallows.
We've already got a berry-themed character, asshole. Now get out of here.
Flavored marshmallows. Frankenberry. And Blueberry.
Hey, I'm Werewolf Berry. God damn it.
Anything could happen tonight with Mickey Mouse and M&M's candies. Everything.
Okay, here's the thing. This may just be a personal gripe, but I always identified this costume, obviously, with Fantasia on Mickey. And then it's always tied to all the weird, sinister shit that goes on with it. So I was never able to feel lighthearted when I saw Mickey as the wizard.
Yeah.
Because the real wizard is scary, and then the situation with the brooms is even scarier.
Yeah, Fantasia freaked me out when I was a kid.
Yeah, by and large, that's like right on the cusp of right before the nightmare fuel for kids ceased.
Things gonna be just right. Especially time for fun and M&M's.
We only give out M&M's in this house. Enjoy them.
Grab onto that M&M's feet.
Where are they going? Look around them right now. Do they live out in the old Okefenokee swamp? Like, where's the next house to get candy, guys? This is insane. Woo!
The Nickelodeon Fright Fest treats you to 12 Halloween Nick shows one day early.
Cousin Skeeter. Yeah. Damn, there's a lot of shows.
3 to Central.
I would have been all over that like flies on
Fest is
shit.
brought to you by World of Tonka and Hasbro's Girl Toys.
Kayla says,
Hasbro's Girl Toys.
Oh. She said, I didn't think even ultra Christians hated Halloween. The kids dressed up as biblical figures and the parents handed out mini Bibles instead of candy.
I mean, I don't think I've ever gotten a Bible. I've gotten a lot of stuff. I've gotten macrame pumpkins and pennies and toothbrushes and pencils and raisins. I don't think I did get a Watchtower once or twice, but never like a full-blown Bible. I feel like those are too cost intensive to give out to children who are obviously just going to be like, meh, not chocolate.
Yeah, we used to get like one. So my 5th grade teacher used to live up the road from me when I was a kid, and she would be the one to hand out full-size candy bars to all the kids.
We had one of those in our
She was the best, Mrs. Ekstrom, like awesome. And then we had the guy in the giant crack house, what turned into a crack house, was an
handing out crack?
No, he was an old guy at first, and he was just handing out like those cheap toys that you get like at your orthodontist and like the little turny. You put the quarter in and you get like crappy toys. He'd get those, and then after he died, it turned into like a meth house or something.
Weird.
Yeah.
Some people love peanut butter. Some people love chocolate.
Why can't they get together?
The taste they make when they put them together is a delicious taste all its own.
Hey, dickhead! You ruined my snack.
Buttercups.
Yes. Reese's, please.
Me too.
What? In a world where they already exist, how do these two people exist to meet in such a way? What the hell? and P.S. Look how small that counter is, and they only sell Reese's. As you were walking by, did you not at least go like, "Oh, look at that"? Oh well, I already brought the jar of peanut butter.
Rich milk chocolate and creamy peanut butter.
Look at how they put it in their hands. No bullshit. I did that a couple of times because you see in all the commercials, they hold their hands flat and they go whoop. So you show like the camera all the juicy morsels. I would do that every once in a while. That doesn't make it feel any different.
One candy bar, we say peanut butter cups.
From the people who brought you Halloween.
Oh, Halloween 2.
Of the
right?
night he came home. Halloween
Yeah.
2. There is no place to hide. He will always find you.
Buckle up for a convoluted
Halloween
canon, my
2.
friend.
More of the night
This is where it
he
starts.
came home. Rated R. Now playing at a theater near you.
Kale says sometimes we would get pennies too, but I'm Gen X and pennies actually had value for us.
Bullshit. Like, unless you could buy something with a single penny, they didn't mean jack shit. Like, when penny candy was actually a penny, then we'll talk.
Irresistible taste of fruit snacks with the spookiness of Goosebumps.
Ooh.
New Goosebumps fruit roll-ups with scary peel-outs.
Oh, damn.
And fruit by the foot with creepy Goosebumps.
And when you're old
story
enough, you can
teasers.
read and
So
eat Fear
deliciously
Street
unusual,
related
everyone will
media
try to
and
get their
snacks.
hands on them, but they're only around for a limited time. So what's really scary is running out.
It's the Pizza Head Show.
Hey, everybody! I'm on my way to Pizza Hut to get a Goosebumps Kids Pack. Yay!
Almost there.
Hey, this isn't the right way.
Well, Scarecrow Steve says it is.
He's no scarecrow.
Sure he
He's
is.
gonna kill me! Oh, God.
Uh-oh, I think I woke the neighbors.
Look, Pizza Head, you'll be perfectly safe in there.
Okay.
Relax, the Goosebumps guys just want you for dinner. See you in the next lifetime. Now you...
Like, look at that thing. What an awesome and fun commercial. And all in camera, like IRL bullshit. Number one. Number two, like, if you lived through that time where it was just Mr. Bill ripoff character after, one after another, it felt so bizarre. Like the Pizza Head, Stickly, I feel like there were probably 6 or 8 of those different types of characters that were just Mr. Bill ripoffs rolling around. And, I feel like Mr. Pizza Head here handled pretty good. I mean, it's an obvious ripoff, but they did it right. So I'm getting at.
It always made me want pizza. After seeing his stuff, I always wanted pizza. I don't know why that pizza looked so good, but I was like, oh, I can go for some pizza.
This may be a controversial opinion about pizza, along with like the pineapple thing that everybody likes to get up on arms about. But there's a certain window when pizza is the best. Like when it comes out of that oven or whatever you're cooking it in, and it sits there, when the grease is almost completely congealed in the cheese, but it's still hot and pliable, that's the sweet spot of all pizza.
Mm-hmm.
But it's impossible for most people to wait for. And I'll even, like when it's cold right out of the fridge the next day, bam, same thing. Great every time.
Kale says the snack bar only sells Reese's because they can't get any M&Mms because the Disney commercial house cornered the market.
It's like you have to be either a Coke or a Pepsi establishment.
Isn't
it dark in there?
Not for my new Anilite solar calculator from Texas Instruments.
You have a Texas instrument?
Texas Instruments Anilite calculator. Unlike other solar calculators, it works in almost
Anilite.
Good Renfield.
The new line of Anilite solar calculator.
I didn't see any paperwork or pencil, anything. What is Dracula doing in there? And shouldn't he be asleep?
From Texas
Come on, Texas Instruments.
Imagine the Prince of Darkness with a solar calculator.
What?
Wanna go psycho with me,
Look at that.
Elvira?
Elvira.
You're at the Bates Motel. Look for me wherever they sell mug root beer.
Oh, I can't wait.
Enter the Go Psycho with Elvira contest. You can be my guest at Universal Studios in Hollywood for a monstrous bash at the Bates Motel. Shower anyone? This Halloween, go psycho with Elvira and win a party with mug root beer and me.
I love my mug.
I love it.
It's a night of spooky surprises.
Oh, Halloween.
For America's favorite fat cat. Don't bat your eyes. Garfield's Halloween adventure will have you shaking in your boots Monday.
I keep forgetting how short that thing is. It's the same as in any other Garfield episode. It's 22 minutes. But I would love to see that fleshed out to a 44 or a full feature. But, obviously the window is closed on that. And I guess we still have the Thanksgiving one to make fun of and the Christmas one to get all sentimental over. So I'll take it. But what's my other option? And the murderer was in his back seat trying to get his Miller Lite. Bud Ice, sorry. Dude's trying to get his butt ice. Oh no! See, I told you.
Bud ice, but beware the penguins.
I don't remember that.
Breakfast is served.
Ooh, Honey Nut Cheerios.
Wednesday, bet you can't beat me to the sweet taste of nuts and honey.
Oh, I bet I can.
It's the baseball taste of Honey Nut Cheerios.
Part of this complete breakfast.
I win! Yeah, but losing. Never tasted so sweet.
So
keep your eyes open. If you live long enough, you'll get to see this over and over again. But every time they try to reboot the Addams Family or the Munsters or anything like that, there's a renaissance of like neo-goth that moves through every aspect of society. Like there's more goths in general, but there'll be more people putting on the cat eyeliner and stuff, and everything will be a little more Morticia around here.
Yeah.
Typically.
Patrick Crowley says Elvira's simps look like real simps.
Oh yeah. Oh my God. Totally. But you know what else do they got going on, right?
Where's the bee? You can look real hard and he'll magically appear in these 3D pictures on the back of marked boxes of Honey Nut Cheerios.
I used to put slices of banana in there.
Once there was a man whose prison was a chair.
Oh, this is Monkey Shine, I
The
think.
man had a monkey. They made the strangest pair.
Jeff, what is it?
The monkey ruled the man. It climbed inside his head.
It's crazy.
Stop!
And now, as fate would have it, one of them is dead. Monkey Shine.
Yeah, oh God.
In Fear, rated R. Starts Friday, July 29th at a theater.
What a great movie. I recommend it. It is a wild ride. It's got Ira from Mad About You in it.
Oh.
As like not a mad scientist, but an ethically questionable scientist. And he gives his paralyzed friend this monkey who they have like a psychic connection, and it is a wild ride through Crazy Town. It's a George Romero flick.
We've seen it.
Yeah.
I've watched it.
Yeah. I think we've definitely, but yeah, I recommend it to anybody if you like cheesy shit. Oh my God, what a great movie.
I just love Halloween.
Mono, what's my costume?
We already have a daddy, so how about a mummy?
Where's your costume, Ronald?
I'm already a...
What am I going to be for Halloween?
Yo, Ronnie, how about a clown? What's frightfully fun at McDonald's? 4 McDonald and friends with clip-on costumes.
Oh my God.
And 4 McDonald and tapes.
Do I still to this day love the concept of clip-on plastic costumes for toys? Oh my God. Snailians, the Exo Squad, any of those Looney Tunes ones that had superpower costumes that you would click together, I was into that shit. Anything like, even like the bare bones aspect of this is like the C-clip cape of the old Batman figures, but anything where you could put something inside of something else and it would gain some sort of ability, fucking loved it. Especially Exo Squad. Oh my God, did I love Exo Squad.
I like to scare myself. 8 to collect. One with each Happy Meal you buy.
Happy Halloween.
There's a vacancy at the Bates Motel.
Don't worry, your mama's filling it.
Is that you?
What? Oh God, it's Spuds McKenzie.
It could be you! Look for this display and enter Bud Light Psycho Sweepstakes to win a Bud Light party with Spuds McKenzie at the Psycho Mansion. You can even get a mug like Spuds at participating retailers. Wow!
That Spuds is so cool, it's scary.
1993 was the year that every product would send you to the Bates Motel.
Patrick Crowley says ethically questionable scientist sounds so PC.
Well, because he's not mad. I mean, he's not insane. He's over exuberant, and so that's where the ethics come in. He's of sound mind, but morally, ethically, but sanity wise, intact. It's a promise.
Are you watching Are You Afraid of the Dark? In the dark? Well, what are you afraid of?
Ghosts, typically.
What's so terrifying about tales of the unknown, the unseen, and the undead? After all, there is nothing in the dark that isn't there in the light. Or is there? Tune in for another tale of Are You Afraid of the Dark? Tomorrow at 7:30, 6:30.
I have to revisit this as an adult because I remember it being fairly well made. Like, even, I mean, Goosebumps had its charms, but like I remember episodes of Are You Afraid of the Dark being legitimately terrifying to me.
Yeah, I used to get scared watching all of them, but I get scared easily.
Yeah, but yeah, you do. But so I wasn't swayed by all of them, but some of them, like, you know, I wouldn't say I was a jaded kid, but I was always looking for cracks to pick apart things, even then, obviously. But sometimes Are You Afraid of the Dark would hit it out of the fucking ballpark, and I would be cowering on the couch at my cousin's house or my grandmother's house, anybody who had cable, and have to sit through the roundhouse to watch the Scary Taste episode.
Central on Nickelodeon.
Because the real terror never begins until night falls.
Plus, it always made me want that powder that would change color when you threw it in the fire.
Even after lying around for 3 years, today's Duracell batteries still have up to 90% of their life.
3 years? You put that candelabra
proves it. So you've got nothing to be afraid of. Today's Duracell, with 3-year storage.
In the laboratory of Dr. Frankenstein, something incredible was created.
Oh my God, it's Reese's again?
A great taste of pure milk chocolate and delicious peanut butter.
Why are they running from the product?
No one would listen. And so the world would have to wait for the two great tastes that taste great.
He's like, he looks like the Frankenstein's monster from the Monster Squad. He does that same sort of, with the friendly monster.
Reese's peanut butter cups.
This summer, coming to a supermarket near you. There's going to be a great
Ecto Cooler, maybe?
flavor.
Oh yeah, totally. Look at that
This
shit.
food taste. And what are we going to call it? Ecto Cooler.
Whoa! Oh, Slimer.
I see Ecto Cooler. Slimer's new food trait. You've been warned.
If I were going to start putting things that I remember into buckets, this drink and Hocus Pocus would be in the same bucket. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Nostalgia makes everybody think it's better than it was.
Yeah.
From the director of Pee-wee's Big Adventure.
Tim Burton?
When two ghosts can't talk the living.
Whoa, it's
into leaving their
Beetlejuice.
house.
What's the good of being a ghost if you can't frighten people away?
They call the ghost
Beetlejuice!
with the most. Can you be scary? What do you think of this?
This is amazing.
Michael Keaton.
This is one of the few videos we had on VHS, or movies rather, we had VHS as a child. And it walked a fine line between like semi-scarring me and being a pretty decent movie. I think Michael Keaton nails it. And it's not, I mean, it's Tim Burton, obviously. Everybody's seen it. But it's just not scary enough that I watched it dozens of times.
So, I mean, you're probably not surprised. I've never seen Beetlejuice.
I'm not.
And I have to publicly apologize to Patrick Crowley because I read his thing wrong. It's supposed to be ethnically questionable, not ethically questionable.
Ethnically.
Sounds so PC.
There we go. Okay.
Is a ghost called Beetlejuice.
Yeah, I've never seen Beetlejuice ever.
Rated PG. Sneak preview Saturday, March 26th.
Oh, I also love the cartoon. It's rated PG, dang. I love the cartoon some too.
First, you rip it open.
These 70s commercials have such a strange color palette to them. Not strange in a bad way. I love it, but it's so distinct.
Grain Belt beer.
Yeah, give it a 9-inch head.
Your own
That organ. Ugh.
Frankenstein.
Oh, God damn it.
There's no need to be frightened. It's only little Dracula. He doesn't frighten Igor, the brains of the family,
hell is this?
or his friends like Deadwood. And he certainly doesn't frighten his enemies like Garlic Man. So don't be afraid of little Dracula. He's looking for fun. Just like you.
It almost sparks a memory.
From DreamWorks.
Does anybody remember that? I remember seeing it, maybe the garlic villain, but what the fuck was that?
Hello, would you like a flower?
No, I'd like to drown you in this pond. Woo! Anywho, I'd go for a Twix.
Can I have a cookie?
Oh, and he kills her for it.
Two for me.
None for you.
People were very selfish in the 90s.
First, there was Halloween. Then the terror continued with
Bubble tape was the same way. It was 3 feet of bubble gum for you, not them.
Now,
Garlic Man, says Kayla.
Yeah, obviously. Garlic is vampire kryptonite, so yeah, Garlic Man nails it. It's got a sidekick, Chive Boy.
Halloween 3, Season of the Witch. Happy Halloween.
I enjoy that movie. Whatever you think, you know, it sticks out like a sore thumb in the lineage, but I really enjoy it, as crazy as it is. See, Halloween used to be such a fucking event.
Lord and Kayla, says Patrick Crow.
It is about to sink its fangs into you.
Some mornings there's a little monster in all of us.
Morning, Fred.
And until that first cup of coffee, we can all be pretty beastly.
Morning, Fred.
That's when you're
This is what people used to do before they had Snickers, too.
with a good cup of fresh fruit.
They couldn't record him doing a VO of more than one growl.
Hot coffee to perk up your morning. 7-Eleven coffee brings
Yep, regular 80s mustache here. Whoa, it's Zach Galifianakis.
I may be stranded, but at least I got my fruity pebbles.
Oh, Fred.
A ghost! Only a fruity pebbles can set my spirit free. My fruity pebbles? Okay.
Like, is it always the last bowl of the box? The box is always right there.
Thanks, Fred.
Boo.
Bonnie.
Bon appetit. Those fruity pebbles are
I always remember this because not only are Halloween-related things my favorite, but this one, Barney gets away scot-free. Usually his ass is chased out of wherever. This is one of the few instances where Barney's like, yep, scot-free on this one.
Kale says, I enjoyed Halloween 3 just as much as I enjoyed the rest of the series. I haven't seen a single
Let your
one.
kids carve their own pumpkins without sharp edges that cut little hands.
Saying you
It
should.
even makes toothy grins easy to do. The pumpkin scoop removes seeds and
If you've ever bought one of these pumpkin kits at a grocery store, you know that this is all bullshit.
better than any spoon. And the pumpkin light replaces dangerous candles with glowing
2
results.
C
Have a great
batteries?
pumpkin this Halloween with the pumpkin cutter, pumpkin scoop, and
Jesus
pumpkin light.
Christ. That's something I think about often, is the efficiency of electronics. I know that's a weird topic to think about often, but I do. Because, like, back in the day, everything had to be so big, and it took so much voltage to do even the smallest stuff. Now, like, everything in this studio is run off of 12 volts practically.
Yeah.
Like, I think my soundboard runs off of 6. So it's so crazy to me to, like, C and D batteries still exist, which is bizarre.
Oh, yeah.
But the fact that everything was just like, and I remember living through these days, having all the beefy cords and everything, because they had to run on tubes and shit.
I don't think I ever carved a pumpkin when I was a kid.
Ever?
No, I'm pretty sure, and I don't know 100%, but I'm 99% sure I didn't because it would be too messy.
Yeah.
And my dad's a neat freak.
We always did it, but we always did it with like the cheap way. We didn't buy these things, but like the paring knives we'd have at home, cut them all up. But then, again, they didn't last. I don't know how they last across the country, but here in Arizona, it's like whoever would put them out like early in the month before Halloween, they go through like 3 sets of pumpkins because the weather here would just kill them.
It's so cool back east, or it used to be. I don't know how, it is anymore, but like they could be out,
Yeah, here they're like dried apple head dolls in like a matter of minutes.
Yeah,
So
I used to paint them, I think. I think I just painted them when I was
Next
little.
available at Long's Drugs and Safeway.
Every year, a gift certificate that turns
Or
into
they
a
just
soft
got them and
drink.
put them on the front porch.
It can happen this Halloween. When you give out McDonald's Halloween gift certificates, kids take them
Valid
to
until
McDonald's
1979.
and they get
Good
a McDonald's
news.
soft drink. A book of 20 Halloween gift certificates costs only $1. And can turn into 20 regular soft drinks. It must be the magic of Halloween.
Nobody can do what McDonald's can.
Nobody.
So that commercial reminds me, when I was a kid, we always had VHS cameras and then the Super 8 cameras, but I was always doing shit like that. We would always, me and my friends, anybody I can get my hands on, I would get them in front of that camera, and I would do all that practical in-camera shit where I would stop it, run in, and change a bunch of shit while my friend holds still, and like all that in-camera stuff, hilarious. So it's amazing to me that like the techniques used like professionals in the 70s, I was dicking around with in like the mid 90s on like a Sony Handycam. Leslie Nielsen. Nope. Is it a Dr. Pepper commercial? No, it's a Coke commercial. What? Is that one of the bald ones?
Nightmare.
Oh, whoa.
A game hosted by a video.
We've played this, and it is fun as hell.
The video board game Nightmare.
Definitely a
The
strange
gatekeeper
game.
talks to you.
Yeah, it's strange, but it's fun.
You must answer him.
Answer me! Yes, my gatekeeper. Go for it!
Nightmare, a race against time for 3 to 6 very game players.
And the makeup, they put a lot of energy into that game, so kudos to them. It was great.
Last year, one of everyone's favorite candies appeared in a Halloween-sized pack. And word spread quickly.
They weren't in Halloween-sized packs until 1987? When were they created? Like, how many years did that go by where they were like, oh, fuck. Halloween, we're a candy. God damn it. All right, do it. In like 87.
Is this the house that keeps Skittles? See, I told ya.
Kale says you should
The
watch
kids
the
around.
videos M. Night Shyamalan shot when he was a kid. They're so hokey and unintentionally funny.
Oh, anything done under the age of like 20 is probably just going to be hilariously bad. But that, Skittles back in the day, that was one of my things, my jams. Gummy bears and Skittles, anything fruit flavored that was relatively chewy. Oh my God. I know everybody loves chocolates, but not this guy. Skittles, Starbursts. Which is weird because I'm not usually a fruity guy. Like in cereal or whatever.
You like to taste the rainbow.
I think it's just their size and nice crunch. Of the Skittles, not the
She's
Starbursts.
the only one who can stop it. If she fails, no one will survive. Wes Craven's Nightmare on Elm Street, rated R.
Do you remember when
Now play.
M&M started coming out with like different, like they had peanut and they had the regular ones, and then they started coming out with all like the crazy things, like
Yeah.
the crunchy and all that stuff. They had the peanut butter ones.
From like
Oh my God.
From 2000 to like 2011, we got the peanut butter, like the pretzel, the mint,
Crunchy, yeah.
the malted milk ball ones, the crisp rice ones, like. But everybody does it. Coke did it. Pepsi did it. Everybody does it.
Simpsons did it.
Simpsons did it. You spice it up with a bunch of goofy shit, and everybody goes, "Oh, that was a fun gimmick." But everybody always settles back to their go-to.
I love the mini M&Ms in the tubes.
Oh yeah, another
Those were
gimmick.
great.
Wow, Millhouse, that frozen black cherry's turned your tongue black. My tongue's black too.
Let me try.
Hey,
Let's have black tongue.
This Halloween, the Simpsons are at Burger King. Now in
Hell
every
yeah,
Big Kids
they
meal,
were.
you can get a Simpsons spooky light up. They gleam, there is scream, and you can collect all 15 at Burger King.
I don't know why I never got any of these because I had so many Burger King things.
Igor, go and get me what I crave.
That's not Igor. What? Man, Frankenstein's monster got used a lot in the 70s. Maybe early 80s. What the hell?
Evening, Igor.
That's not Igor! What? And you just accept this, like, as a business
If you
owner?
want a better orange soda, made with more natural orange flavor
Oh,
than ever
shit.
before,
Look at that stuff.
try Shasta. It's got the bright color, the sweet smell, and the great taste of oranges.
God damn it.
Shasta. It's the orange soda that can make anybody happy.
Shasta.
I do love a nice orange soda. I did back in the day. What is this about? Oh, Jesus. It's just a Nickelodeon commercial.
Finding the right costume, driving new Batty, drive over to Big Kmart's house Halloween
I miss
sale,
Kmart.
and you'll have dozens of the latest and greatest costumes to choose from.
Do they still sell, like, the cheap costumes, like at Walgreens with the plastic half face masks that look like cheap cake tins? Is that a thing with a picture of the character is still on the front? That's got to still be a thing, right? I feel like some things about Halloween will never die. Like those terrible peanut butter, orange and black wrapped wax paper candies and terrible Walgreens costumes. Should never go anywhere.
Costumes are on sale as low as
It did sound like Tom Bosley. Might have been.
And presto, you get fun-sized bags for just $1.88. It's all here at Big Kmart's house Halloween sale.
The longer I live and the more I go back to watch these 90s commercials, the more and more I'm shocked at the prices in the 90s. $1.88 seems like you could steal it and no one would care.
Dunkin' Donuts is proud to announce we've created a monster. Introducing these hauntingly delicious minis for Halloween. Minis are a fraction the size of our regular donuts, with a taste so great they'll attract very interesting guests to your Halloween parties.
More sprinkles!
I don't get that commercial. Why have the little guy from Fantasy Island in a Halloween themed commercial and then double down by having him say the plane, his line from the thing he's from? And then zombies? What's happening, Duncan? I mean, it turns out okay for Dunkin' Donuts. Spoiler alert, but Jesus Christ.
You know me. It's frightening how many novels of suspense I've written. But still, when I'm not recognized, it just kills me. So instead of saying I wrote Carrie, I carry the American Express card. Without it,
I tell everybody I'm Richard Bachman.
isn't life a little scary?
As if, like, imagine a world as if, like, Stephen King's Ugly Mug is completely unrecognizable to the average person.
Right.
See him once and you know him for the
To
rest of
apply
your
for the
life.
card, look for an application and take one.
The American
Just look anywhere and then grab it.
Express card. Don't leave home without it.
Going back to what I said earlier about his ugly mug, you notice how much of it you saw in there? How much it was kept in shadow? Probably not an accident.
Yeah.
Can you identify who it was that
It was Taco Bell.
You said the pain, not the
This
plane.
Halloween, terrifying creatures are on the loose at Taco Bell.
All of them?
Wanted, Goosebumps at Taco Bell. Slappy's Candy Keeper, Cuddles the Horrible Hamster, Rabbit Mummy, and Skullmobile. Get 'em now.
Yeah, you had 3 out of the 4.
Only at Taco Bell.
For great Halloween fun, pick up some spooky decorations at Walgreens. Just $7.99 each. Scary sound-activated Halloween figures,
Look at how terrible
battery-operated
these
pirate
look.
skull, witches, skeletons, and more. Stock up on Halloween candy, too. Walgreens has a wide selection of treats and goodies of all kinds. And it's time to order your holiday photo greeting cards. Put your favorite photo on...
Yeah, we get it. Halloween's right around the corner, but seriously, Christmas.
Yeah.
I don't like that attitude.
And you have 6 beautiful designs.
Like, seriously, though, before October even hit, every store we went into, and I was like, oh, maybe there's some Halloween goodies, already in the clearance section.
Yeah.
Already 40% off, which I'm fine with because it's usually marked up fucking crazy. And, you know, the studio needs more tacky shit in it. But like, let's give it the respect it deserves. Let it be full price for a little while, at least until October starts, for Christ's sake.
Yeah.
Like, let's not already be this forlorn, like, you know, it's, what is it, September 3rd, time to bring out Halloween's corpse and beat it to death in front of our shoppers.
All orders include a free marker pen. Treat yourself to savings this
free
week
pen
at Walgreens.
Dear Great Pumpkin, I'm looking forward to your arrival on Halloween night.
They're back. All the little Peanuts characters.
All the little Peanuts characters are a big cultural miss for me. Did not like any of their specials. Don't like Peanuts in general.
See, that's what, like, I didn't watch the Garfield specials. I watched the Charlie Brown specials.
Maybe it's an East Coast, West Coast thing. People on this side of the Mississippi like Garfield. On your side, it's Peanuts.
Maybe.
But, I don't know. It's just so, like, I'm sure, like, all the tweeness of it, and that's cute and everything, but, like, the real children's voices speaking with such earnestness always turn me off for some reason.
In a happy Halloween special, filled with ghosties and ghoulies and things that go bump in the night. It's The Great Pumpkin, Charlie Brown, Monday at 8, 7 Central and Mountain.
But I always had to sit there to get the Garfield one.
Linus is my favorite character.
You look like you could use some breakfast.
They were all just, like, completely unpalatable to me.
It's okay, it's okay. Look, it's got real golden honey. Honey, good. Anytime.
Hilarious. You basically just had to do jack shit to that sequence. Just put the B in there.
Kayla says today, September 30th, I saw Christmas stuff out at the store, one aisle over from the Halloween displays. Yeah, Elliot and I went to Target 2 weeks ago, and they already had Christmas stuff out.
Way before that, we went to Michael's, and, like, the Halloween shit was crammed into a corner, like, under Liberace, so presumably, like, from the 1700s. You got a short order cook, you got a guy who's dressed just like a classic zombie. Where's this town?
It's the crunch that screams peanut butter.
Everybody was part of the Burger King Kids Club.
Yeah.
What?
Bud Light, because everything else is just a light.
What are you doing
They
out?
went to
if it's-
Cancun. We went to your brothers in Poughkeepsie.
This Halloween, find monster game pieces in Pepsi products
Yeah, here we go.
and Doritos brand tortilla chips. The right match can win you thousands of prizes, up to $1 million.
A vacation away from your nagging bride, am I right?
Look for specially marked packages. It could change your life for good.
You never take out the garbage.
Play Pepsi Doritos Monster Match for monster money.
Frank!
His name isn't Frank, number one, but, like, what?
Frank!
Spooky, maybe. What is this? Oh, aliens? Alien? Man, this collection is all over the place.
Rated R.
Here's the things that I don't tell people because obviously I don't want to start like a pedantic argument with people, but I have not seen Terminator 1 nor Alien. I've seen Aliens a bunch and I've seen Terminator 2 a bunch. Never seen the original movies of either of those lineages. I'm sure that's like a sin somewhere.
Now see here, my good man. I'm not going to pay a lot for this muffler.
Jesus Christ.
Read my lips. I'm not going to pay a lot for this muffler.
Don't worry. At Meineke, we install quality Everlast mufflers from just $18.93
Damn.
installed.
Less than $20 for a muffler. I never thought I would get excited about the concept that the words that I just said to you. But like today, sitting here right now, if I needed a new muffler and found out it was $18.39 or whatever, I would shit myself inside it.
Probably.
Not going to pay a lot for this muffler.
I'm going to buy the shirt lapels and tell them I wasn't going to pay a lot.
He's not a freak.
Oh, no.
AOL keyword. Oh, man. I never had AOL anything, but it was always intriguing to me. Is like always had websites or AOL keywords because that seems so crazy to me. There are so few words, but you can have a website be anything. I was like, what's up with that AOL? And obviously they withstood the test of time.
I used to have AOL.
Congratulations. They're dead.
There's still email.
Sega still owns Sonic, but what are they doing?
Kale says, I always laugh at people who say, he's not Frankenstein, he's Frankenstein's monster. Like kids having the same name as their parent never ever happens.
Not that it can't happen, but I don't think on Frankenstein's monster's birth certificate he's like Frankenstein Jr. And plus, Frankenstein's his last name. Be Victor. Be Victor Jr. at least. VJ would call him.
We were telling ghost stories in a fun fruits jungle.
Oh, man. These laughing trees, I love.
And that's how we discovered Fun Fruit's spooky fruit with skulls, ghosts, and
Fun
monsters.
fruits. Oh,
and
man.
Fun Fruit's space shapes with aliens, astronauts, and spaceships. Real fruit snacks from Sunkissed Fun Fruits. Give me 5. Fun Fruit, space shapes, and spooky fruit.
Hilarious. What do the words real fruit snacks mean to you? Like what? What do you mean real fruit? Of course they're real fruit snacks. You're holding them, but they made, oh man, I can't tell you how many times I saw those trees laughing for the shapes of like jets or sharks or any number of animals and shit. Fruit snacks had that shit on lock. Oh my God. I must have eaten my weight in fruit snacks every month.
Yeah, probably.
Hello?
How's your bad eyes? Doobie.
I said they're going tonight. It's okay. The police are tracing the call.
Let's drink more.
That looks like Adrian Brody. I think I'm the right guy.
Hello?
This is the police. Those calls are coming from inside the house. Repeat, those calls are coming from
inside your bud. What the?
Drink Bud Ice, but beware the penguins.
Sir?
Foolish red.
Here's the thing. You'd have to have 2 lines, right? Like for that story to work, they're always like, oh, the calls are coming in inside the house. Was there 2 lines, and did the murderer know that?
Maybe they had a fax machine. You can use a phone on a fax machine.
This predates fax machines, this ghost story, I'm pretty sure.
Freddy Krueger is on your phone. Dial this number now. I've got some tales to tell. Freddy's favorite bedtime stories. Dead time stories. All brand new. Straight from my boiler room to your home. It's Freddy Krueger on your phone. So dial this number now if you dare. Tell him Freddy sent you. $2.
Tangentially related to this, Robert Englund produced a horror movie based around a haunted 900 number because that was, 900 numbers were huge for a blip in history there for a minute. So it's weird that this is probably like we're watching the genesis of like, I'm going to write a movie about
The
this
first
shit.
minute, 45 cents each additional minute. Children, get your parents' permission before you dial.
And like, Jesus Christ.
I like to eat the peanut butter first.
There's no wrong way to eat a Reese's.
Okay, as another aside, you know how I told you earlier how I'd slide the Reese's sometimes like they do in the commercial?
Mm-hmm.
I also attempted to eat a Reese's in every way possible depicted in the commercial. Because like with the Dracula one there, they had dozens of them. And so I would use like for the Dracula one, it was real easy. We just had like a straw and I go pop, and pop a couple holes in it and be like, bam, Dracula. But every time they'd say, how does such and such eat the such and such? I'd go, aha, another thing for me to do. I did every one of them. Collected them all, if you will.
Count Chocula and Frankenberry meet the fruity yummy mummy.
Another fruit.
It's new fruity yummy mummy cereal.
Big, yummy marshmallows.
So monstrously big there. Monster Mellows with yummy mummy monster mellows. Fruity yummy mummy makes your tummy go yummy.
Monster Mellows in Frankenberry, Count Chocula, and now new fruity yummy mummy cereal. Part of this complete breakfast.
The fruit too, but like that's the thing. Let's be real. You've got basically 3 flavors for breakfast cereals, right? Chocolate, cinnamon, fruit.
Yeah.
this feels very disproportionate. How come it's not like a cinnamon mummy or something? Like, we have blueberry, yummy mummy, fruity whatevers, frankenberry. We got berries and fruits come out of our ass. What's up with that? Vanilla cereal? Anybody? I feel like there was one time a vanilla flavored cereal out there somewhere. I remember it tickling my memory. But, come on.
Makes your tummy go yummy.
Bleh.
From the director of Hack to the Future and Fearless Grump, a special crypt presentation with a very special ghost star.
Crypt presentation?
It's the season finale of Tales from the Crypt, coming in February on HBO.
Scary is as scary does.
Kale said, I forgot the Egyptian-themed mummy cereal sings a Calypso-style jingle.
I know, trying to keep it real, culturally speaking. Oh, yeah. Frankenstein loved Pepsi, I'll tell you that. He loves Cheerios. He just loves to eat. Frankenstein's a foodie. Yeah. Ask anybody. And he goes to the Bates house to party.
No dip. For a really great Halloween, pick up.
I do love the color scheme of those old Doritos packages. The tobacco sunburst, that color scheme's called. I love it anywhere I see it.
Tons of Pepsi and Doritos.
Take it from Wolfman Jack, the critics and I agree. This is the most outrageous horror film that you'll ever see, because David is having the most frightening nightmares of his life.
I think I did some terrible things last night, things I can't remember.
It may have been someone he ate.
Get it? He's a werewolf.
A different kind of animal. An American Werewolf in London, rated R.
Now playing in a selected theater near you. Check your local newspaper for listings.
What a weird mix of genres.
I like that song.
Oh. Is this Carvel?
Yes, it has to be.
Happy Halloween party? Witch is a witch, and I weigh 45 ounces. We're both
What the fuck? Yeah, Carvel. They say they're weighed in ounces?
You want to send one to a friend?
Look at the shape. It's the exact same fucking shape. Like, they're like, hey, what do we got in the back?
Most major credit cards. Thank you.
Thank you.
Halloween's
For your
coming.
money.
What are you going to do about it?
It's time to get goofy, am I right?
Hey, Tony.
What's up, Tony? Personal gripe also. I like Halloween to be taken sincerely. Maybe not necessarily seriously, but sincerely. I fucking want some sincerity in the costume. You know, this goofy, sexy maid shit and all that or whatever. Buy into your character at least a little bit.
Tony wants an ice cream cake. Does Carvel still exist?
Oh, yeah, back east, I'm sure they do. There's
Well, they did back east. I know that.
There's one, well, they never made it over the Mississippi except for like one or two. There's one inside of a gas station in Mesa.
Wow.
It's great.
Did you have Baskin Robbins here?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Everybody has 3 flavors.
Whether you do a little or a lot, be an original this Halloween and find yourself at Hallmark.
Hallmark has a way.
I know that character actor from a million things. But what's his name?
Hallmark stores. Get your hands on the spooky sounds tape, full of creepy sounds and Halloween theme songs. $1.95 with any $5 Hallmark purchase. Only at participating Hallmark stores.
An industry that is now completely extinct. Like the novelty music, whatever you want to call it, that industry, gonzo. As soon as YouTube popped, it was like, hey, guess what? We now have like basically 12-hour mixes of any music for any occasion you could ever fucking want.
Yeah.
Which is kind of a bummer because I miss the old days of having like a cassette tape with like a bunch of screams and shit on it. But and then having the ritual of the tape and like pulling it out every year. But now it's like accessible all the time. So, have 6 of one, half a dozen of the other. Count your blessings.
When did Hallmark stop having commercials?
When they stop being like a thing to anyone under 50? 70? Back before Spirit happened, probably.
Some glow-in-the-dark bags. This is the best costume ever.
I'm a pirate. No. Spaceman? No. Ninja?
This Halloween, find fun somewhere new. Pillsbury Halloween cookies. With Linus's great pumpkin and chocolate ghosts. Just slice, bake, and eat before Halloween vanishes.
Like, that's all good and everything, and the song, I'm sure, is very nostalgic for a lot of people, but I would love to see these things coming out of the factory. Like, there's probably just like a big metal anus pumping out a never-ending log of like ghost and pumpkin and or bat turds that they're chopping up and putting into these sleeves. Ugh.
It's monstrous.
Chief, that wasn't a monster. That was the captain of the high school basketball team.
It's hair-raising. It's Homer in 3D.
Holy macaroni!
Don't miss an all-new Simpsons Halloween special.
Oh, man.
That 3D one was a big fucking deal. I remember it getting pushed for weeks, and you know, I don't have a memory of it being a letdown, but today it obviously kind of is, because I was like, oh my God, 3D? A computer did this? And now, like, it's so quaint. You'd be like, oh, was this on a Commodore 64?
I can never appreciate, like, when 3D first came out with, like, Simpsons and all those. I can't appreciate it because I'm sure it's great, but I can't see it. So, like, when 3D came out with the glasses.
3D animation, not 3D, like, glasses.
Got it.
It's Halloween Bash Sunday.
Well, with that, I couldn't appreciate it.
Gosh, Burger Chef, it's Wolfburger the werewolf.
What
Where can I get delicious burgers?
Where can I get fun food?
Where, oh where?
At Burger Chef.
Where?
And now at participating burger chefs, you can buy fun meals that now come on Halloween magic meal trays. There's a magic trick in each fun meal.
God damn it. The 70s were so hilariously cheap and quaint. I'm sorry I missed them coming up in the 80s, because the 70s look like a gas. It's like everything is just like sort of cheap and all like the tobacco related colors and stuff. I don't know. There's something appealing about it, even though I've never been there. Probably because everything my parents, not parents, but grandparents had growing up was from the 70s. Mm-hmm. All their clothes and shit. Some, you know, anybody who made it through the 70s, I feel, stuck in that fashion. All my grandparents still had a bunch of 70s shit. Huge lapels, the whole nine.
There are 10 different magic meal tricks you can collect.
Burger Chef, you're incredible.
All right, rein it in, Billy. Jesus
My
Christ.
little goblins will be out long after dark. So I depend
They're
on
not goblins.
Duracell
One's a
batteries
hobo
to
and
light
one's a
their way.
clown.
Because Duracell lasts longer.
Tests prove after just a few hours
She
of
just hates her
continuous
kids.
use, regular carbon batteries wear out. But you can get up to 5 times more use from Duracell batteries.
That's why
Lithium ion during this time would have blown people's asses off.
I trust my kids' safety at night to Duracell.
Duracell. The copper top battery. No.
I just bought some Duracell D batteries.
When Halloween comes around, you have to hand your kid 37 pounds of flashlight. Half of that was the flashlight itself, and the other half was the 4 D cells you had to put in that thing. Jesus.
Yeah, I bought a light for my tent, and it has to have D batteries.
I feel like maybe over half the kids who got yelled at for holding a flashlight for their dad not holding it still was because those things were so goddamn heavy. You're holding like 10 pounds of lead trapped in 14 pounds of aluminum. Give me a break, Dad.
Looks like it.
Or lasts like it.
This audience is watching what the film critic for After Dark magazine has called the most
Scary.
terrifying movie I have ever seen.
Leave me alone.
Joe, we traced a call. It's coming from inside the house. Just get out of that house.
Every
Hey, yo.
babysitter's nightmare becomes real.
This is the original. Well, the original movie.
Stranger Calls, rated R.
Now playing at Columbia Premier Theaters.
2 Echo 10, respond to Canyon Park. Possible UFO sighting.
Possible spooky monsters, detective.
This is 2 Echo 10. There's definitely something going on out there.
Like, on what planet would like a small town sheriff get a call and be like, oh, possible UFO dispatch? What? Oh, it's just Mulder and Scully.
Encounter LA has a new lineup of lights
Jesus.
and neons with lights on the side, both invading a store near you.
Elvis, is that you?
Is this an asphalt basketball court in the middle of the woods somewhere?
Elvira
Where do they
here,
live?
Mistress of the Dark and sometimes Surfer Babe, because Coors
Light is the official beer of Halloween, and the party's at the beach. Malibu Beach.
Get it? Boo! It says it on the sign.
Frankie and Annette.
Jesus
And
Christ.
of course, when it's time to chill, just reach for that cooler of Coors Light. Aged ice cold, never frozen.
These costumes are phoned in as hell. Are you seeing this? There's just a bear. That is just like, oh, what do we got for Halloween costumes? I don't know. Run to the fucking dollar store. Look at Frankenstein's monster. It's just a bear.
Here now for Halloween.
Welcome back, Joe.
Jesus.
And dig up
Welcome,
your friends
Joe.
now for a party at the beach.
Came here for the cheapest commercial. Look at the bear. It's like in the Star Wars canteen sequence where there's just like the devil in the background.
The master of kid suspense, R.L. Stine, brings your favorite books to life in a thrilling Fox Kids television series. Things are not always what they appear to be. Goosebumps on Fox Kids Fridays after Batman and Robin. Watch it with a friend.
How is there that much slurping, number one, if that juice box was still that full? Number two, don't slurp your shit like that. That's why ghosts kill kids. It's annoying.
Frankie and the Jets.
Nobody expected it. Nobody believed it.
But I bet you do now.
Nothing could stop it.
Still haven't seen this either.
The one hope. The only hope.
Max von Sydow.
Rated R.
The movie you've been waiting for. Without the wait.
What?
Go ahead, ring the bell.
Go touch the dead body.
Greetings, Earthling.
Well, aren't you kids cute?
What?
We're the mission from Mars. We've come to save our Halloween. We want the best candy on Earth.
Can you help us, ma'am?
Well, you're a little early for Halloween, but
This is
M&M's,
weird.
Wow,
Snickers.
our favorite.
By the way, I love your costumes.
All right, guys, only 5 million houses to go.
Help the mission from Mars. Win $100,000. Look for specially marked
5 million houses?
At Six Flags, we've unearthed new thrills and added even more fun. Whoa! It's our Halloween party for the whole family, featuring creepy, crawly pets, a haunted mansion.
I have not yet, but one day want to go to a Halloween extravaganza at a theme park. I don't care which one, whether it's Universal Studios, Knott's Berry Farm, or Disneyland. I want to get somewhere where it's all Halloween aesthetic. Probably not Disneyland because they're going to throw Nightmare Before Christmas in there, and I find that insufferable. So
Frighteningly fun shows, plus heart-pounding rides on these October days and
Whoa.
nights. So don't just creep in. Hurry to Fright Fest at Six Flags Magic Mountain. So much fun, it's scary. For the first time ever, pay just $20 for Six Flags admission
just
with coupons
$20.
from Jack in the Box
It's $80
restaurant.
now.
Probably.
Roller coasters ain't cheap. What?
Dragon Bed and Count Chocula.
Oh, God.
Now all the monster cereals have bigger monster-sized marshmallows. Count Chocula has enormous chocolatey marshmallows. It's
Like,
a
get this
delicious
real
part of
cereal
this
out of
nutritious
here, am I
breakfast.
right?
New monster marshmallows are here.
The monster marshmallows are here. They're everywhere.
Oh no, another fruit-based scary thing. Like, what? You guys are monsters too.
Sound like Dead by Daylight for a second.
Same old face, Halloween after Halloween? Why not try a Fright Night nose mask from Bud and Bud Light? There's Batface, Scary Witch, Mr. Pumpkin, and Big Black Cat.
What?
Best of all, these amazing masks are available where Bud and Bud Light are sold. So, next time...
It's just a cheap cardboard cutout?
Next time when your mom goes to get your dad some Bud Light,
6-year-old Caroline
get you a mask.
Jesus.
to realize.
Craig T. Nelson, coach.
And you will never look at your television set the same way again. Poltergeist. It knows what scares
My
you.
baby.
A Steven Spielberg production, rated PG.
Stars Friday at
PG.
Mansburg Cage Capital, Sacramento Drive-In, and
Oh, smacks the sugar smacks frog.
Scary how I love those sweet little puffs of wheat.
A mirror? I'll shine some light on this mystery.
He's addicted to sugar smacks and smoking crack. Like, listen to his voice. He sounds like Tom Waits as a frog.
There they are. Hey, what the... Oh, my. And I want a smack to be part of my complete breakfast.
He wanted to be the camel spokesperson before they decided on the camel, so he really took up the mantle.
Oh, so Joe says, just looked it up. Six Flags is $50 plus $30 or $40 for the extra Halloween ticket.
Oh my God! What are they gonna do for you? The extra $30 or $40 that is legal? And let the implications stand there. What the fuck? So $50 and then plus because it's dark.
Still less than half the price of Disney, says Kayla.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
But Jesus Christ. And like for what?
Look behind you.
I'll still do it.
Make Halloween fun with one-stop shopping at Woolworth or Woolco for your Halloween needs. Costumes from $1.83.
I don't know how true this is, but the last Woolworths ever that was still a Woolworths was here in Arizona in Globe. I used to go to it all the time. My grandmother still called it the dime store because it had been there so long.
Wow.
And I think it was like either late 90s or early 2000s it finally folded, which is a bummer because it was like, any other Walgreens, but it still had that old-timey flair because the building was like 100 years old.
To $3.99, like $6 Million Man, Bionic Woman, superheroes, Batman, Superman, Spider-Man.
Who are they? Did you see that Superman had a mask? What the fuck's up with that?
New favorite for girls, Holly Hobby. You can get wrapped candies of every kind. Bubblegum, lollipops, fun-sized candy bars. Get this Halloween record sounds to make you shiver just $1.89.
Look how prim and proper and stiff she is. Like now, commercials today are shot so guerrilla style, it feels like. They're like, hey, fam, it's me. And they sell sepia at Kohl's or whatever. And this lady is like full supermarket sweeping, like da-da-da-da. Like this is showroom quality material.
Halloween fun and easy. Make just one stop at Woolworth or Woolco.
Halloween pumpkin is finished. Now to light it. What candles have ruined my other creations?
Try the pumpkin light. It's around my neck, you're mad, Dr. Ship.
The pumpkin light is perfect.
You'll have to run out and buy 18 D cells and then get a forklift to move the pumpkin out to the fucking porch.
Light my Halloween pumpkin. I'll place it inside. You can make your Halloween pumpkin safe.
Batteries not included.
The pumpkin light.
This is where we were technologically. Like, this is a commercial simply for a flashing light bulb that you had to put D cells in.
That they didn't come with them.
Yeah. Like, it's just a blinking light. Like, and I'm sure a lot of people were like, oh, finally, something that'll make our life so much easier. And now we've got like the power of a supercomputer in our pocket. And here these poor fucks are being like, oh, yeah, I can buy a flashing pumpkin light for $1.83 and then fill it with D cells. And I'll have saved myself the trouble of having to... What? The candles always go out. You put a tea light in there. It's not like anybody... Whatever.
Tony says, I feel like half of these commercials start with the same lightning sequence.
Oh, yeah. It feels like so... especially watching it back to back to back like this. A lot of the elements, I'm sure, were just on big reels of tape that they all just passed around.
Oh!
The pumpkin light is available at Thrifty, Bill's Drug, Dalco, and Woolworth.
Pumpkin light.
Joe says they keep the prices so low by not paying and fixing their rides.
I want juicy burgers.
We'll go to Hardee's. Burgers are juicy at Hardee's.
Right, Ivan. Hardee's job broils them. Let's say hello to Hardee's. It's Halloween time.
I don't get this dynamic. Instead of the doctor, it's a detective. Igor is the same essentially, but his name is Ivan, and Frankenstein's monster looks insane. What's up with this?
When you buy a bodyguard soft drink at Hardee's, you get a coin to put in the fun machine, which gives you a Halloween prize.
I got a creepy crawly Halloween thing. I got a Halloween ring.
The fun machine.
You know, the type of shit that would cost you 5 tickets at any kid-themed pizza restaurant.
Participating
Hilarious.
Hardee's.
Kale says, nowadays we need Bluetooth pumpkin lights with built-in digital audio speakers.
Seriously.
Multicolored.
Mind blowing. If something like that were even to get a commercial, which like, what's that nowadays? Like, yeah, it would be something that it was all of those things and more that connects to your phone that can also like, it turns into a drone. You can have the pumpkin fly around and escort your kids around the fucking block. And here they are just like, it's a blinking light, kids. Imagine. Today is the future, they all said to themselves.
Your mom will let you put it in the pumpkin.
Yeah.
Can she begin in first? That Emmy-winning Fat Cat. It's the Trick or Treat Trail. I'm no scaredy cat. It's all
So
new
great.
Garfield's Halloween Adventure. Then,
I hear the Great Pumpkin.
the Halloween classic, it's the Great Pumpkin Charlie Brown, right after Garfield Wednesday.
The songs of that are great. Oh my God.
You can run from Suspiria. You can hide from Suspiria. But you cannot escape Suspiria.
I mean, unless you don't buy a ticket, and then you skate on all that shit.
Emmy winning?
Got here. Check out the Haunted Hotel Pocky and Captain check into. Watch Tiny Toon Adventures next as Halloween Weekend continues on Fox.
Oh, man.
An army of bizarre, one-eyed creatures has just landed in the desert. Creatures with
let's
twisted,
talk about
hollow bodies and hideous, bulging eyes. It appears they're heading for Taco Bell. People here are frantically buying extreme value combos and taking home one of 4 straw-like creatures and a pack of sweet tarts for just $69.
Now, as I'm seeing these eyeball gimmicks, what comes to mind is like fidget spinners. I wonder what the next thing's going to be. The eyeballs are big. Everything was a toilet for a year or so back when I was a kid. Fidget, like, you just find a pointless time waster and you have got it, man.
Since more with a Halloween deal.
Ride that 15 minutes.
They've got those popper things that.
Oh yeah, they came after the fidget spinner.
Yeah.
So something has got to be, but that didn't feel as big to me. Maybe, but I wasn't paying attention. But it seemed like everything was fidget spinners for like a hot minute and a half.
Monster High straws only at Taco Bell.
I can't believe fingerboards are still a thing.
Ooh, I love the fingerboard back in the day.
McDonald's for frightfully fun Halloween hails.
Look at those fun buckets!
Meal you buy.
Wow, great costumes.
What costumes?
We stole Ronald
Did somebody
McDonald's
say
shoes.
McDonald's?
There's an odd, unexplainable phenomenon haunting Pizza Hut. Is it an otherworldly spirit compelling these people to eat their pizza the wrong way? No, it's new stuffed crust pizza with a ring of cheese baked in the edge of a totally new...
If I ever get stupid rich, one of the things I'm going to do is have one of the rooms in my house look like essentially the inside of an old Pizza Hut. Like with the vinyl seats and everything, the brick walls, like some sort of rustic, classic, sort of faux Italian bullshit. And maybe not even branded Pizza Hut, but that same sort of old fake veneer of like old Italy, and maybe have like some Chianti bottles or whatever. Like that, everything about it is so warm and inviting. Like from the color palette to like the fact that you're just eating greasy shit. It's all like pleasure overload.
Thinner crust. And with a large just $9.99, every living person will be eating it the wrong way, crust first.
Hey, look!
Dead people will keep it the other way.
And even some not so living.
You love the stuff we made at Pizza Hut.
The big red cups.
On June 24th.
The big red cups.
I'm assuming maybe Pizza Hut had big red cups. Soda cups? What are you talking about, Tony?
Not to my knowledge. It sounds like
4 acclaimed
Solo is
directors.
what's going on.
George Miller, John Landis, Joe
Classic
Dante,
nostalgia. Probably those,
and Steven
the big
Spielberg.
plastic,
Take you.
like
That might
soda.
be before my time then. Big red.
Every
yeah.
shitty pizza place has them.
Oh, like those.
I'm assuming that's what they're referring to. That's what I can like picture in my head, getting those like weird, like frosty looking plastic.
Yeah, they were like frosted glass, but every pizza place had them, but it depended on where you went. They'd be themed different places. Like Barrows had like Coke, somebody else had Pepsi, and they'd all be like, but yeah, that same sort of, I liken it to like the window of a detective office, that frosted sort of fun 70s glass.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love that shit.
He said, yeah, they all had the big plastic red cups.
Yeah, the Dream Team matchup is one of those cups with the tiny like, you know, balled up, like crushed ice you can get in some places, like Sonic gets.
Yeah. Sonic Ice is...
Yeah, like that's a hole in one for the rest of your life. If you can get one of those machines and a bunch of those pizza cups, you'll probably die happy.
To another
No
dimension.
matter what happens to you.
That's what Kayla just said. A Coke in a big red cup with crushed ice.
Twilight Zone, the movie, rated PG.
It's good
Starts
times.
Friday, June 24th. Check newspapers for local listings.
Time to go down to the basement for some more hauntingly delicious Count Chocula cereal. Don't look in
He's
the
had an
basement.
update.
Those eyes are looking at me.
Think I'll get some fruity Frankenberry from the cupboard.
Don't look in the cupboard. Oh, those eyes, they move.
Now, the spooky, delicious part of your complete breakfast is even spookier.
Now Chocula's eyes really move. So did Frankenberry's.
He is looking at you, kids.
Weird, but like on a similar note to that, like there were so many cereal mascot dynamics that were in constant flux. Like even tonight, when you see all of these spooky related cereals, our two main characters are Frankenberry and Count Chocula. Everybody else has been like siphoning in and out. Happened with the Rice Krispies elves. It happened with the chefs for Cinnamon Toast Crunch. The cast of characters is always fluctuating. I think the biggest change is Cookie Crisp, because it was the crook, the dog, and the policeman, and the dog was on the side of the policeman. And then it turned into like the dog was like on the crook side, and then it was just the wolf who was like trying to get it. There's been a revolving cast of characters and dynamics, and it's weird.
Yeah, I never really paid attention, but yeah, that's... Yeah.
The only ones that stayed singular were the ones that started that way and were most of the time animals. Like Toucan Sam would encounter other bullshit animals out in the wild, but he never had anybody push Fruit Loops with him.
Yeah.
Think about it. Oh man, Toys R Us, I miss you.
Toys R Us has the Big Bird Halloween costume and the Yoda Halloween costume.
Ooh.
PJ, where are you?
For trick-or-treating.
Coming up on Monster Vision.
The Blob.
Like giant oozing jello comes from outer
Which
space
one?
and wants to slime Steve the
Steve
Blob. Then not all aliens are friendly. Just ask anyone who survived their encounter with the Thing.
Basically nobody? Keith David and Kurt Russell, perhaps?
Do you think you can capture the darkest secrets of the universe on these tiny television sets?
This Halloween,
What a weird
the Sci-Fi
question.
Channel will scare, shock, and frighten you.
No more ghostly games. Trick or treat.
A movie marathon that's more than chills and
It's like
thrills.
all full moon
It's 18
titles.
hours of pure terror.
Swallow your horror. Let it nourish you.
The Sci-Fi Channel Halloween Movie Marathon.
Jesus.
Saturday, beginning at 11 a.m. Eastern.
I still want to see the Candyman.
Be afraid.
Kayla says, I remember Alphabet's cereal had a St. Bernard as a mascot for a time. And Joe says, didn't Toucan Sam have kids or nephews at one point? Yes, he did. He had 3, I believe.
Yeah, like in the 90s when like
Probably
Tailspin and stuff and like DuckTales. Yeah, I moved through that phase, but I don't know if I want to count them because it's like they were tag along. It's not like like Toucan Sam is the face, and like those 3 chefs were the face of Cinnamon Toast Crunch, and they were depicted somewhat realistically. They had mostly human faces, and by the time they dropped the 2 of the darker haired chefs, Wendell turned into this like Yosemite Sam insano bug-eyed weirdo. And I don't know, I like the integrity of the 3 because they were like, hey, guess what? We take this shit seriously. And Wendell always seemed like he could snap.
It can happen this Halloween. When you give out McDonald's Halloween gift certificates, kids take them to McDonald's and they get a McDonald's soft drink.
Hilarious.
20 Halloween gift certificates costs only $1. And can turn into 20 regular soft drinks. It must be the magic of
Regular.
Halloween.
This is before they had the 84-ounce tubs or whatever they're up to.
Nobody.
I'm
Dr. Freddy. All right, we're hitting repeats, so we're probably in a good spot to call it a night. So let's do that. Guys, thanks so much for showing up and having some fun with us. I love watching 90s stuff. We got a little bit of the 70s and 80s here too, which was kind of, but the aesthetic is there, and the 90s is nice and all, but maybe you need to have it broken up by the weird or the boring of the 70s, which is so crazy, but whatever. Anyway, guys, thanks so much for showing up and getting a jump start on Halloween. We're going to do it up right, here. It's not going to be like, we'll put it off and do nothing. We did the Hocus Pocus review. We're doing this. I've got a bunch of spooky stuff coming. My other channel I do stuff on is going to have a big special and whatnot. So I got to start planning earlier because every year it gets to be about August. And I'm like, time to start planning. And I don't. And then September hits and I go, now it's really time to start planning. And I don't again. This year I waited still like to the 20th, but it's coming together. So we'll do something. Maybe I'll do my makeup or wear a costume for one of these babies. Something. Anyway, guys, once again, thanks for showing up. Thanks for being here with us. We will see you next time, which will be
Wednesday.
I don't know what we're doing. I can't remember.
It's PJ's TCAP.
Oh, yeah. We're doing the
Slave for Mistresses.
Slave to Mistresses interrogation breakdown. Man, TCAP is on the rise again as a tangent. One of the true crimes channels that I watch just did another TCAP alum. So they're up to like 4 or 5.
What?
Yeah, it's one of the more boring ones. It was Richard Watwood, which is like a non-event because he immediately requests a lawyer. And so it's basically an hour and a half of two dudes small talking about hunting, lifting weights, and other inane bullshit.
Nice.
And Catherine Reed and her annoying ass, but that's personal. Anyway, guys, thanks for showing up. We are out of here. We'll see you Wednesday for another episode of whatever.
Bye.
For the try to
Fistful of Podcasts Radio.